frightening, and especially their delayed takes out long are very effective. So Virtus.pro picking Terrace to start with not only takes away TSM's best half, but it gives them a great chance to start out strong and get a good lead in the first half.
Cajun actually seeing that no one's running towards A long. You must have seen that, so they know it's going to be B push, and already dupreeh with a good headshot, but they're just running in here. TaZ getting the refrag, and there's so many bullets in these Glocks. Snax finally going down, and Cajun with another 2 kills. I'm not sure how, but TSM managed to defend this bomb site. It's now a 1v3, and pasha peeking out against 3 players from the CT side. That's going to solve it. I thought for sure those Glocks were going to come out on top.
Oh yeah, that was a very precarious situation for TSM. At any point, that could have turned the tides towards Virtus.pro. I mean, they basically were getting aggressive into tunnels right into a B rush, and at that, you're exactly right. The Glocks at that range with that many bullets. I mean, Cajun, I think he's the one that fell back and got behind the car over towards Closet. He's lucky to get away from his life, much less grab a second kill.
Now they've got the scout in play, whereas VP armor and a little bit of a mix in pistols. They did not get the bomb plant down, so no option, or at least no immediate option to buy in the 3rd round. They're going to be waiting a little bit longer here. So it's a solid start for TSM. And looks like it might be a B split already. That smoke up towards the tiny window, there's a huge indication that there's a B split coming. And Device is playing close to middle and smoke this time around. And I like seeing that. Much rather have him do that inside the bomb site. dupreeh is going to pick up a kill as well. Device in the middle, and dupreeh just mowing them down. That P90 is so effective. TaZ should be falling. He actually takes 2 with him, and a lot of damage here. So great play by TaZ.
Yeah, if you can get 1 more as well. Although there's dupreeh getting aggressive out the doors with that P90, just sprays him down. But a really, really good defense. And TaZ just doing whatever he can, gets those 2 kills. But yeah, just playing right behind that smoke. That was brutal. I mean, no one was able to come through it. No one knew where he was, and he just had a great angle to find some frags.
It's going to put us into the 3rd round. Still no bomb plant for VP, obviously. And this round, they're going to be playing without armor, although TaZ does have a deagle. And if you've been watching up until this point, you'll know what's already at the back of my mind. He's sneaking into middle. He's hit a bunch of headshots, both on 1st and 2nd map with this particular pistol. He's gonna get closer to the middle, looking for a shot there. Body on Device, not gonna kill anybody. And they'll fall back. It seems like TSM are aware one might be up as well.
Well, it's not even on these eco rounds. Even if you don't get a headshot with that deagle, it's almost like a scout. It brings him to about half HP, so that's a pretty easy cleanup for a P250 or a Tech 9 swinging out on him. So they've got to play passive now. But I mean, getting Neo, look at the damage that's been done to byali and Snax. They're so low. This is another good anti-eco for TSM, where they're going to be able to stabilize the money that they're trying to build up.
And if they can come out with everybody alive, maybe towards the end it'd be nice if karrigan could pick up a couple of kills. And I'm actually kind of happy he's playing this aggressively, because he's got the UMP. He's not going to want that for the 4th round anyway, so he might as well come and look for some kills. And he's all the way in middle. He might see a whole bunch of people coming in with 25 bullets here. He's going to get the 1st kill on byali. There are more to come on short. It's a double, looking for the triple kill. So much money, but not a 3rd one. TaZ finally putting an end to it, but still I think a good investment for karrigan to take that run and try and see if he can make it work. dupreeh spots a man in middle, which means the game is up. 20 seconds left, and even a bomb plant is going to be hard to get in this round.
Yeah, unless TaZ makes something happen, and he even picks up that SMG and he just tosses it away. He knows he has that deagle, but Cajun with the scout just shuts him down. And Zipniks, they're not going to give anything up there, so they do lose karrigan. But like you said, with that ump, no reason not to get aggressive. Go farming, go hunt for those kills, and I mean, there's no need to have it in the next round. So they upgrade. They drop the AWP over to cajunb.
Yeah, they gave up on the scout, not wanting to keep it. dupreeh had a fairly miserable time on train, already up to 6 and 1. So that's got to feel good. He's also somewhat of an emotional player, I would say. So they need him to, I think, to have a strong start here.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are having miserable trains against Virtus.pro right now, so it should be relatively easy for him to just be like, all right, that just happens when you play Virtus.pro.
No reason to even feel sad.
No, not at all.
Just accept it.
And now they have complete mid control, so you can see TSM. This maybe is an adjustment. Instead of having just those 2 players in B, look, they have 3 over there. So they put another body in that way. And Cajun with the AWP is just playing over towards the game helper. The car is over towards long A, so he's just going to swivel between long and the bomb site and just play for a retake at A completely.
This makes me very happy, Moses. Much prefer this setup from the one that they were having earlier. Let's see if it's actually going to work or not. So far, the bomb is still on catwalk, while BP are just putting a little bit of pressure into middle, but they're not fully committing to it. They might, in fact, split B or CT spawn into A, which is a very rare sight with 2 people. Virtus.pro, they are very creative right here. This is going to be tough. cajun looking for a fight, and he takes down pasha, but they're coming for him. And TaZ will drop him. It's refrag from Sipnix, but the bomb is going to go down, and it's going to be an attempted retake here from the Danish side. Good flashbang in for karrigan. He takes one, but he can't win against byali. Still Snax and byali left, and they've been some of the best players for VP in this final so far. So not a bad couple of players to have left. byali on catwalk, ready and waiting, but dupreeh just runs in. Not even any hesitation, and you brought up this term Team Ace earlier, Moses, and once again, every member of TSM get a chance to play their role here.
Yeah, that's actually really clever by Virtus.pro. I like that strategy a lot, especially with 3 players over towards B. I mean, TSM wins that on the retake anyway, so it works out really well, that strategy. But, I mean, they're not gaining any intel. They were being very passive with 3 players over towards B, and they let those 2 players come through CT spawn, and the big advantage of that is there's that sequence of smokes and flashes you have to throw when you're on cat to protect yourself from the op, to be able to jump down and get that flank up the ramp. When those smokes don't come, cajunb had no indication that anyone was going to be coming from that ramp.
Yeah, that was very intelligent, and it almost worked out for them. Sipnix is going to win the initial fight, but Snax, he'll get a frag in return on karrigan, and Sipnix is out of the open. He's going to get shot down. What a headshot there. And also device going to go down. So cajun, you were calling his name earlier. Now is his time. He picks up the first one on Neo, but there is more to come for VP. A second kill. cajun has come alive. They're throwing grenades up here, but he's bringing it back to 2v2. He's going to miss the shot, and byali takes him down. Has he bought enough time? dupreeh's got no chance. Snax and byali, they're virtual headshot machines here, and that's going to give VP the first round.
Yeah, really good by Virtus.pro. That long take just coming out, just exploding, and a couple players from TSM caught out in the open in the middle of that execute, so they just get dropped, and now their money is tough. They do buy up here. They have an AWP. They do have 2 M4s and 2 5.7s, but there was a crash right at the start of the round, so...
Oh, he's back already, so not a big thing. Maybe, oh, just a bit of a monitor glitch. We'll be all right. So, I mean, Snax and byali, they've been playing well for, what, at least 2 games against Fnatic, and the first 2 maps here, I think, against TSM, and looking like a third one as well. That's basically 5 maps in a row where these two players, I mean, across 2 days. Just try and explain to us, Moses, the level of focus you need to have to be able to do this. What are we talking about here? How much does it require?
I mean, a lot, especially at this level, especially to be that consistent over multiple days. But also, I mean, when you see players on a team being that consistent, it's also a lot of it is just the time that the team puts in as a whole. Having confidence that you know what your teammates are going to do, having confidence in your teammates' abilities to hit shots, to cover you, that they're going to be throwing the right smokes, that everyone is coordinated and knows what they're doing. Because, I mean, you don't want to have to be, when you're playing this game and you're just thinking for yourself, and if you're not confident, you have to be worrying, like, is my teammate going to be here when I ask him to be?
I mean, no reason for anyone on VP not to have confidence. I think in their teammates right now, they're just all playing extremely well. Neo and Snax making their way out the middle, trying to see if they can find an entrance. And TSM are giving up a lot of mid control here. They're really allowing some space for VP to work with. And last time that resulted in a very near successful A push. This time, are they going to continue? Flashbang on through. Sipnix turns around, then a good kill there on Neo. He saw that coming. Nicely played from the Danish player.
Yeah, maybe going back to that trick a little bit too soon one more time. He rotates over, and he knows that the last time when they just ran through it up the ramp, that's a good support player. It was, you know, teammate telling him what happened, and he watches for it the next time.
Now, TaZ is on catwalk, but I'm more worried about karrigan, who's down on long with a 5.7 in hand and a bunch of Polish players right around the corner. This is great range for the 5.7, but flashbang not going to pop him. Oh, he goes down anyway. byali with a good kill there. cajun, open hand. They're going to line up, but he doesn't hit a single one. And now they know where he is. Molotov is in. cajun has no chance, and he goes down. Sipnix with a great refrag, and device also helping out. And actually, Virtus.pro, they opened up long, but it's not enough here. TSM, they've got a great defense setup, and look at the time, 14 seconds left. They need to make this work. It's a big round for them, and they spray down one. There's device with the refrag, and it's all on pasha. 1v2, 5 seconds left, 6 seconds, can't do it. Ends up dropping, and device with a triple kill. And TSM, how did they manage to stabilize that round? It looked great for VP.
Yeah, especially with cajunb playing that spot, he misses the shot and then just Molotovs force him out. I mean, it's that rotation from Device. It was one player on the site, Device was coming up the ramp, and that player on the site's getting pinched from 2 angles, so he's in a really, really tough spot. It was all Device eliminating that catwalk attack, letting them focus on one area of the attack. So that was very, very well done on the rotation to salvage that round. And a force buy out of Virtus.pro. They pick up the armor, pick up the upgraded pistols, and full nades. So they're completely bought out. They're down to 0 and 100, you know, basically just $100 on Pasha.
And this B defense, again, I much prefer to the one they were having earlier. dupreeh is much safer here than he would have been playing via the car, which is what they did yesterday. So it looks to me like TSM have gone back to the drawing board in the meantime, back at their hotel, and tried to look at some things, and it seems to be a little bit better this time around. Smokes in the middle, it's a double smoke, which I've not seen too many teams do. Device sneaking on in and trying to play the edge of it. They're all right behind, and they line up, and it's a double as he tries to escape. Xyp9x comes in to help out, and the bomb is dropped back here. So yes, VP have the bomb site, but they've got nothing with which to blow it up.
Yeah, Xyp9x is going to have to be very mobile throughout this match. Virtus.pro is putting a lot of emphasis on mid, getting out, you know, doing these mid-B splits, doing these pushes into A from middle. So TSM knows that now, and that's kind of where you're seeing, you know, more aggressive play in the middle portion. Xyp9x is rotating very, very early to bail them out.
6-1, it's looking like a strong start here for TSM. Moses, you were saying yesterday, which is a pretty grand claim, that TSM might be one of the best teams in the world on dust2. I mean, right now, they're definitely trying to prove you right.
I'm glad, because it was a little bit rough against NIP after I said that.
It was, but then NIP are definitely, when they're turned on, they're definitely not banned at this map, not historically either. Device in the middle, trying to see if he can find a headshot on somebody. This time it's no armor at all for VP, so this should be an even easier round. So, not to completely skip past it here, but in the upcoming round, the 9th round, what could they do, VP, to really inflict some damage to the Danish side?
I'd like, if they're going to keep going out mid like this, I'd like them to just be aggressive with it. They're getting out mid and they're playing around a little bit with those AK-47s, looking towards spawn, looking towards window. And if they're going to be given that mid entrance for free, smoke off CT spawn when you get out there. You know, don't bounce it off the wall, but get out mid, smoke CT spawn, and just blow up into the B bomb site. No reason to kind of lollygag out there. Also, you saw at long, if they want to do a delayed long take, how aggressively they just swarmed out towards that pit and eliminated all the defenders. It needs to be more of that. Right now, their executions seem a little bit slower paced than usual.
And it's a point we brought up already on Overpass, that once it slows down and it turns into aim battles between TSM and VP, the TSM team, they seem to be ready for it. They've got a stack in middle here, a bit of a boost looking up onto Catwalk, and VP with a bit of a default spread so far. Flashbangs are in, and the Danes can't see a thing. byali, great double spray down. Now they're going to move very aggressively, and they're going to fight dupreeh, who takes 2 in return, and a third one, too, with a pistol. Oh, no, VP, that was a great opening. TaZ and Neo are left, and it's a 2v3, and TaZ walking in on Catwalk, going to get shot down by Cajun, so now it'd be all on Neo. He can actually go and pick up the bomb. They have no idea where he is, do they? Oh.
This is a little bit of a victory that they're just going to give up this bomb in a free plant. So that's going to go down. Now they're forced onto a retake. This could get interesting with dupreeh at low HP if Neo can find a spray down onto 2 players. And actually, they're going to be flanking in these upper P tunnels.
If there was a player left, or 2 have left on your team in this kind of situation, I feel like Neo would be it. Cajun's moving close here, and Neo going to shut him down effortlessly. Now he's outside the bomb site, picks up the AWP. It's a 1v3 turned into a 1v2, picks up the AK, and flashbangs are on, and he can't do it. It's so close. But dupreeh picks up a triple kill, and karrigan to seal that round. It's going to be 8-1. It's a good effort there.
You can almost see that round working out in Neo's favor. He had that down with that op shot and switched the AK. That flashbang just ruins everything for him, though.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's the thing. You said it. I mean, Virtus.pro, byali comes out mid. They get a perfect pop flash. They sprayed on 2, a 5-on-3. From there in the past, we've seen Virtus.pro really slow things down and really manipulate the fact that they have such an advantage in player count. But that time, they speed it up, and dupreeh makes a great play to even up the kill count.
Aggressive long take once again from VP, and this time TSM don't want to stand and fight. Instead, in the middle, it's Device, and playing at the edge of that smoke, he's going to drop pasha. Another really good start. This is even more one-sided than it was on Train for VP. TSM are really locking down the CT side here.
Yeah, this is looking very good, and a lot of it comes down to those changes, you know, that you mentioned, that B defense. Now they're putting more emphasis on having a third member there. I mean, Device getting aggressive, like nice pop flash at long. He falls, but he sees 3, maybe even all 4. You can see everyone from TSM. They've abandoned the B bomb site. Nice shot from Device to open things up.
Yeah, they're going to try and put up some counter grenades here. VP see if they can get closer, but that orb is lethal at this range. René's gonna rain down. They actually move out of the way, which is a good job on their part. It's still a 3v4. They might be able to do it, but cajun takes one crossing over and a leg shot as well. Sipnix to finish off byali, and now TaZ, the last man standing. He goes down to dupreeh, and a bit of a cleanup there as dupreeh was coming up from behind. 9-1.
Gotta emphasize that play at long, because even though no kill came from it, karrigan just drops, but he sees 3, he sees 4. Immediately the B defender evacuates the bomb site, goes onto a flanking mission just right off the bat, so he catches up very, very quickly. But the entire TSM defense rotates over, and with a bad smoke to block off cross, it's free kills for the oppers.
TaZ running in with the deagle and headshot Sipnix. What a brutal start to a round, looking for another one and almost takes karrigan with him. That was a close shot there. In the B bomb site, dupreeh ready and waiting in the back lines, and he's got cajun there for cover as well. Snax hiding at the edge of the smoke. Is it just a matter of time? dupreeh is clicking away a little bit more. Oh no.
Might have just traced his outline through the smoke with those shots, but not much for Snax to do here.
Feels like it's almost at the point where someone could make like a TaZ deagle highlight reel of this tournament and come up with some fun footage.
Just from this series alone at the moment.
Yeah.
You could have some really good ones. That was a sick kill. He ran through Molly as well. Look at this triple op out of Virtus.pro. And this is at the situation now where it's 10-1. Nothing has worked whatsoever, so they're going to keep things slow and they're going to try and pick people off.
Well, they leg karrigan down the middle, but I think they wanted a little bit more from that investment, and they're going to get it to cajun. Will go down to pasha, and karrigan is now very much isolated in lower dark byali. He kind of was trying to check for it, but not quick enough this time. karrigan puts up a smoke to try and make it out. And almost gets shot in the back by Snax, but it's not going to be quite close enough. It's now 4 versus 4. And dupreeh, you were talking about him flanking from the B-bomb side a couple of rounds ago, but now, look at this.
This is very scary. 3 ops still for Virtus.pro. They haven't picked up the AK, so it's going to be very hard for them to take these sites. I mean, they have to get more picks before they can commit to anything.
They're playing very close to middle and device, and he's hearing them walking back and forth. So if they make too much noise, he's going to have a good count on what's going on in the middle. They're going to miss that. No scope, and device wins the fight initially, but goes down to pasha. Now dupreeh's made his way all the way around, so all the advantage that he had has sort of disappeared. It's now a 3v3, and it's going to be a full retake here on the B-bomb side, unless Sipnix can somehow foil their plans and kill someone crossing. The smoke goes up. He's going to try and jump up on the box. dupreeh still right behind us. Sipnix with a kill, and dupreeh moving closer to that bomb. Not even going to get put down, and now pasha done so much in this round, but it won't be enough. dupreeh, he makes the timing anyway and makes it 11-1.
Yeah, I'm glad that he actually got kills, because he ran so far in that round, all the way to T-spawn, all the way back around, only for them to go back to the site that he was originally in. So he got a little bit of an exercise, but you can see when you have those 3 ops, I mean, they get a pick or 2, but still, when they're entering that B site, it's so slow paced. They only have 1 player who can clear anything. It's not a great opportunity to trade as you enter into a site, so a lot of time for TSM to rotate and readjust their positioning.
Good opening. pasha takes 1, keeps spraying, and it's going to be a second one. He even goes for the 3rd. He's just not going to stop. Snax will go down. byali helps out, and TaZ has fallen. pasha, he got the last one. It was a mid-air headshot on cajunb, and that's what they need. pasha coming alive. dupreeh eats a grenade in middle, and it's a 1v3. Moses, surely there's no way they're going to give up this round.
They can't. This would just be crushing. And dupreeh, he's going to go towards long. His big thing right now is maybe just trying to deny that op save from Neo. Try and get some weapons out of their hands. It's very unlikely to win this round, but you want to force them to at least rebuy that AWP.
pasha feels like a quad kill would be deserved right now. dupreeh's hiding right at the edge, and pasha's going to be moving into the angle. Not quite good enough there. 16 health left, and he goes down to Neo. Orb is saved. That was a very aggressive move from pasha. Yeah,
sometimes when everything's just not going your way, it's just pasha saying, all right, I'm going to get out long, I'm just going to kill everything. And he didn't stop moving. He turned for some teammate flashes, and right through that smoke caught some TSM players off guard, and he was able to mow them down. But really no strategy to it, just saying, nothing's been working, so let me just go see what I can find.
pasha checking for the double grenade, and got to be careful here. They're looking over the smoke at long, so if he walks out, could be lethal. device though will open up, and yeah, he was stacked up looking over the smoke and takes down pasha, who did so much in that last round. In the middle, Snax trying to see if he can take a quick fight with karrigan, but you got to be careful because device is on CT spawn. Snax gets the kill, and now that means dupreeh's alone in the bomb side, looking up at the window. Snax now taking over where pasha left off, and that's going to give them the bomb plant here. 3v4, we're in the 14th round. TSM, are they going to fight for it, or are they just going to try and save? It looks like they will save.
Yeah, well, they tried to. Neo's going to pick one off and keep going for it. But this is that Virtus.pro that, you know, we've seen them on this map. They've played it very slow and tried to be a little bit more calculated. It hasn't worked. This time now, these past couple rounds, pasha gets a kill. He just keeps going forward, keeps the aggression up. Snax gets a kill. He keeps going forward and gets the aggression up. And that time they caught TSM, where we've seen them make the adjustment this time around to have a third player sometimes in middle, much more, you know, attention to that middle portion of the map. This time there's only one player there, and that leaves dupreeh all alone in the site.
In TSM, before this, they won 7 in a row and just a 1-round loss. Good flashbang in for cajun there, but they only lose a single round and already they're forced to save here. So it means VP must have been close a bunch of rounds. The CT side economy is not quite good enough. Must have done some damage to TSM earlier on.
Yeah, and just, you know, forcing some more rebuys of the AWP. But yeah, I mean, already this is a very tough buy. So even just saving that AWP in the last round was really, really crucial, because you see a mag 7 on a device and ump on dupreeh. Not a great buy out of TSM, but 11-3, they have a great lead in this first half. They've been doing fantastic.
Spray down there as TaZ takes down Sipnix, and a good start either way. I mean, 11-4, that's what TSM got on their first half on train, so almost be a little bit of balance in the universe if it turns out that TSM could do something similar, but they have a chance to make it even better than that. Either way, it's a very impressive scoreline on CT side, dust2. Not one that we see too often these days. No, it's been, especially out of TSM, their CT side, the defense is usually the weak one, but here's an A execute. All 4 members of TSM at this bomb site. Oh, karrigan with a good double spray down. TaZ and NEO are gone. dupreeh goes for the UMP, and he hits a straight headshot onto Snax. Now it's going to be still a 2v2, and Device has got that max 7, not the greatest weapon to retake with. karrigan trying for the AWP down from pit, and very nearly pasha's gone, and there it is. It will be the max 7 retake with karrigan and the triple kill. And a 12-3 finish here, first half of the third map. It's dust2. What do you make of it, Moses?
That's just suffocating from TSM, and that was, I mean, you saw the success TSM started. I mean, they won this, I say success, it was only 2 rounds, but picked up the pace. They were a lot more aggressive at taking their battles, and that's what got them a couple rounds. So they make that adjustment just a little bit too, or a lot too late in the half, but 12-3. I mean, this is looking like pretty, like TSM just breezing to this, much like Virtus.pro did on train. This is just another response from a team saying, now we're on my map. Now it's our turn to lay the beat down.
And no hesitation at all between these two teams either. They're just straight ready up for the second half here. 12-3 scoreline. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, it's the second half of the third map. Either way, we'll be having a fourth map because the map score is currently 1-1. And look at this. In spite of VP being so far behind, they get the courage to boost catwalk and push lower dark. And they're looking for the shots here. Snax takes one, but he gets returned on by cajun. And that is going to be favoring TSM early on here. In the middle, NEO looking for a headshot. byali up on catwalk, and we've all seen what he can do with this USP. Now would be a great time to pull out those kind of skills. Jumping down into CT spawn, he just wants to stay alive for the moment. Rest of VP are showing up, but is it going to be too late? Sipnix taking 1 and taking 2, and it's all on TaZ here. He's up on catwalk, he can't do a thing. TSM, they are just rushing VP right now. dust2 seems like it can only go one way right about now.
Yeah, this is a great boost round from TSM, and nothing really special, just bullying their way up catwalk and up long, but crucially, they're not committing to any of these fights against the USPs, and they're just keeping the pressure on them. So no one from the player, pasha and A, he couldn't return to help on catwalk because he had players shooting at him. They were aggressing on him up long. The player in catwalk couldn't help pasha out long because he had players pushing up on him on catwalk. So without committing to the fight, just staying alive and keeping that attention, they get close enough for the Glocks to really, really be effective.
It's going to be hard for VP here. TaZ actually ended up buying up in this round with the Deagle armor. I guess you can kind of see why. He's been so good so far, looking for that one Deag, but cajun's going to shut him down. So that investment might end up hurting them in a future round here. dupreeh to take down Snax, and they are pushing out long. Can they actually catch Sipnix with the bomb?
Oh, there was a couple seconds where that was a real danger. Vice turns around. Now they've spotted out 2 nice headshots from him, just slowly tapping away with the pistol. So clean round for TSM, no losses whatsoever.
It's going to be 14-3, and glad our observer, that's YNK, helping us out and just pointing out that Snax went for that buy. What do you think about that? Is it
Buying
worth
Snax.
it, that last round with the Deagle armor?
You mean TaZ?
Oh yeah, TaZ.
Yeah, I mean, why not? We saw what he did with it in the past on 8 rounds. Go for it. I mean, you're down this much as well. You need a little bit of magic to get you back into it. So let him have his chance. It didn't work out that round, but I don't mind it whatsoever. And there's karrigan with a nice entry on a Snax. So TSM laying it on thick right now, not wasting any time, just getting into this B bomb site.
And it's looking all right here. 3v2 and a long spray there for dupreeh in the smoke. Neo couldn't get out. And I think they know where byali is. It's dupreeh with one more kill, and he's close to top fragging if he isn't already. 21 on device and dupreeh, and it is that old dust2 rifling combo that is so powerful on this team. 15-13. I can't remember the last time we've seen a beatdown like this to a top 5 team.
The last time it probably happened was maybe... Oh, look at this trade. An off shot from device through the doors, but Neo responds to the headshot with the scout. Now they're jumping over the box. He's gotten a tag. A nice shot from pasha.
He's going to win that fight, and TaZ is also win here. There's 3 scouts currently on play. Good little flashbang in, but the Molotov is going to force him out of the window. 3 versus 4. VP have the men advantage. They do have a kit on byali, so they could use a little bit of time.
Yeah, they have 3 scouts, though. I mean, this is going to be...
Yeah.
I mean, be on dust2 is a site where you can easily hold it with a man disadvantage, especially against 2 scouts now. That's going to be so tough for Virtus.pro to get in here.
Yeah, not the best weapon to retake with, and now they've also lost that man advantage once again. cajun actually peeking in the middle of that lane and ends up going down a little bit too much there. Sipnich with a double spray. Now he turns around. It's a 1v1 TaZ trying to extend this map, but Sipnich looking to end it, and it's going to be a headshot. Quad kill as well. 16-3. What a way to end.
What an exclamation point as well on this map pick. Really well done from TSM, just from start to finish, never letting anything go.
Can't believe it. That means it's overpass in favor of TSM. Train handily taken away by Virtus.pro, and now it's back in favor of TSM. So far, Moses, your prediction is looking quite good.
Yeah, back and forth. Now going on to Cobble. Yeah, I still have VP taking this despite that. I mean, they're going to go out and they're going to get centered. They're going to just calm themselves down. Cobble's